You're listening to WTIM, your information station. It's time now for your expanded local news. The Taylorville community is coming together to honor students who tragically lost their lives earlier this week. Taylorville School District Superintendent Brandy Bruley says the loss has deeply impacted students, staff, and families throughout the district and the community. A moment of silence will be held on Friday night during halftime of the homecoming football game around 8 p.m. Superintendent Bruley says the pause will be a time to reflect, to remember, and to support one another. Community members attending the game are encouraged to participate by turning on their phone's flashlight setting in place of a candle, creating what Bruley calls a unified light in remembrance of the students. Bruley expressed gratitude for the community's support and empathy and also strength during this difficult time and encouraged anyone struggling to seek help if needed. Columbus Day weekend is set to be a busy one in Shelbyville, as Scarecrow Days takes over downtown and Balloon Fest drawing crowds to the lake and airport. The two events have historically coexisted well and are ready to do so again this year. The Greater Shelbyville Chamber of Commerce is overseeing all of this, along with a number of other events in the weeks thereafter. Caitlin Dragavon is the chamber director, and with more space and more vendors this year, it's expected to be the biggest Scarecrow Days yet.
Everybody will come downtown. There'll be the car show and vendors. I think typically they only have about 20 to 30 vendors, is what I'm kind of seeing from the past events, and we have over 60 spots. So
wow,
it has grown tremendously this year. Instead of the vendors just being along, North Broadway like they typically are, they're going to be there and along Main Street, just because we just don't have enough space for them.
Oh my goodness. So
Yeah,
it's growing phenomenally.
Yes, I'm super excited to see it grow like that. And then all of our downtown businesses will probably be doing sidewalk sales or have specials going on, so be sure to stop into all of them. And then we'll also have our food trucks like we typically do.
Scarecrow Days begins with the parade at 10 a.m. on Saturday, October 11th. The route will take participants from Forest Park south towards Main Street Elementary School.
We will be starting at Forest Park and going down Morgan, south on Morgan. And just keep in mind that is a one-way, typically going north, but we are going to be going south on that road.
Oh, okay. Causing some confusion there, aren't you?
Yeah, I think that's how they do it every year. And so I just wanted to reiterate that that's how it is, because I was confused. I was like, wait, that's a one-way.
Yeah, and it's gone very well.
Yeah.
So.
And then they go to the Main Street School. So
Yeah. Okay.
Lineup starts at 9, and HSHS is actually helping us coordinate the parade this year, which is so nice of them. And all they require is that you show up and line up at 9 a.m.
Scarecrow Days is expanding the space that it's using for this year. This will allow for live music and other fun activities on top of what they already provide.
And we're actually expanding to the West End this year, so we can't leave them out. So near Epoch in the Johnstown Mall, we're going to have live music from 6 to 10. There will also be a beer tent from 4 to 10. There'll be bounce houses out there, a petting zoo. I believe the CEO kids said that they wanted to do a straw maze, but that's to be determined still. The Balloon Fest so graciously said that they would offer shuttle rides out to the airport from the Johnstown Mall. So if you are wanting to attend both events that day, there will be shuttles available.
The annual Candy Run is scheduled for Wednesday, October 29th. The Chamber is taking over the event this year and hopes to unite the community and local businesses for a fun evening shortly before Halloween.
It gets all the businesses involved together in town, and it just made more sense for the Chamber to host it. And for safety reasons, I did try to keep it downtown as best as I can. I've talked with the city on how to make it more safe downtown. It's just not possible. So we had to move it to the Chautauqua building, which I think will make the event better for everyone involved, safer for everyone involved.
Yeah.
And I encourage businesses to not only just hand out candy and, these families will never, or not never, but may never see you again. I encourage you to engage and connect with the community. Have mini games. You can have like a jar of candy and guess how many pieces of candy are in that jar. And then you can get those families information, and then you have potential customers in the future that you can reach out to, and just build these relationships with our community.
More information on the Greater Shelbyville Chamber of Commerce is available at shelbyvillechamber.com. Caitlin Dragavon appeared as a guest on the WTIM Shelbyville Morning Show. Pana schools are always looking for ways to improve the experience for all, both in the classroom and on the field. Building on a positive culture and climate has been a focus for administrators in the early weeks of the new school year. The perfect opportunity for this, it may be now, with homecoming on the horizon. They're also looking to invest in their sports facilities, especially on the heels of recent successes from multiple teams of theirs. Jessica Miller is the superintendent of the Pana School District. She says that she visits classrooms and speaks with administrators about school culture. This initiative has inspired some activities and other methods that the schools have used to boost morale and the overall climate.
The administrators have created a few fun engagement activities for their staff and students. Like, for example, the elementary school on Friday had a fun game, do you have a peppermint in your pocket? And so the staff are going around trying to steal peppermints from each other. But it was just another way to just have a little fun throughout the workday, and staff to interact with each other just in a different way, right? Have a little fun on the Friday. The junior high is having a fall festival for their students and staff tomorrow, since it is our early dismissal day. In the morning, each grade level, they get to go outside, and they have yard games set up. They'll making s'mores and just doing a variety of activities to engage the kids and staff, and something to celebrate the season of fall. Also at the high school this week, they're having a lot of fun. It's homecoming week, so each day they have dress up days. I was over there this morning, and there were so many kids and staff that were dressed up, just having a good time.
The school district is in talks to build a new softball field. It would be west of the elementary school and across the street from the baseball field. The work is part of an overall project to concentrate their athletics facilities.
We are currently out to bid for that, to get that developed for the girls program. Our goal is to have it ready to go by the spring of 2027, that they could play their first games on those fields. Actually, the fall of 2026, they could begin playing on it. Currently, our softball teams play out at Tanner's Park, which is east of town. So what we're planning to do is bring all of our teams back to our campus, soccer included. So we'd like to see the soccer team play just north of the junior high there in the grass field, and then our softball be moved on our campus as well. The advantage now is that we have all of our schools on one campus. So I think it's exciting to have then all of our sports teams play on our campus.
The talks regarding the softball field come after a milestone accomplishment from the junior high school softball team. They became the first team from PJHS in any sport to win the regional and sectional titles and reach the state tournament in a given season.
And they finished with an outstanding record. They had 14 wins, 5 losses on the season. They played Friday at the state tournament against Hardin Calhoun. That was up in Normal, Illinois. They lost 0-1 in that first game. But close game as well, right? So very proud. Friday morning, before they went to the state tournament, the junior high administration hosted a breakfast for the girls. And I was able to go over there and talk to them a little bit before they left. And then we had the fire trucks out front that escorted them out of town as they went to the state tournament. So pretty exciting.
And back to the classroom, Miller says students at Pana schools are performing well when it comes to literacy, but the district would still like to see it improve. As such, students enjoyed an early dismissal on Wednesday, September 24th, while teachers took part in professional development sessions. The purpose was to collaborate with experts and discuss strategies to improve outcomes.
Well, what we've done is we've worked with a committee of representatives from across the district. So within the committee, these people will take the work back to their individual buildings and meet with teachers in their buildings. They may break out into grade level teams or department teams to take a look at data and review some of those strengths and areas of improvement. But we try to take the committee, like work together as a group first, and then take that information and go back to our buildings. And so we're not working in one large group per se. It's great to work first initially in our grade level teams and our department teams, so we can kind of see where we're at together in that grade level in that department, and then we can start working together across grade levels, across curricular areas. That would be a next step.
More information on Pana CUSD number 8 is available at panaschools.com. Jessica Miller appeared as a guest on the WTIM Pana Morning Show. This will conclude the first portion of your expanded local news, and it's brought to you by Taylorville Community Credit Union.
Looking to save more and stress less? This is Will Perkins. At Taylorville Community Credit Union, we're here to help you build a stronger financial future with great loan and deposit rates, convenient locations, and service from people you know and trust. We're member-owned, member-focused, and proud to serve anyone who lives or works in Christian, Montgomery, or Shelby counties. Discover the credit union difference. TCCU is your partner in financial success. Member NCUA.
Hospital Sisters Health System is helping Medicare patients make sense of their coverage options. HSHS is teaming up with Chapter, an independent Medicare advisor, to offer free and unbiased consultations for people currently on Medicare and those who are newly eligible. Chapter's trained advisors can help patients understand the differences between Medicare Supplement, Medicare Advantage, and prescription drug plans, and guide them through the annual enrollment period, which runs from October 15th through December 7th. Jeffrey Sterling is Vice President of Managed Care for HSHS and says choosing a Medicare plan can be overwhelming, and this partnership helps patients find the plan that best fits their needs. Chapter CEO Kobe Blumenfeld-Gantz adds that the company's technology and mission align with HSHS's goals of providing compassionate, high-quality health care for every stage of life. HSHS patients can schedule a free consultation online at askchapter.org/HSHS or by calling 855-636-0583. More information on Hospital Sisters Health System is available at hshs.org. For a fourth consecutive year, low water levels are a concern on the Mississippi and Ohio rivers here in October. John Baranick is an ag meteorologist with DTN. Critically low levels on the Mississippi and Ohio rivers can force shippers to light load grain bins and barges, impacting the cost of moving grain down the river. This will conclude the second portion of your expanded local news, which is brought to you by CNB Bank and Trust.
Life comes with surprises. Your checking account should help you handle them. With Gateway Checking from CNB Bank and Trust, you'll enjoy benefits that go beyond banking. Get cell phone protection, 24/7 roadside assistance, ID theft aid, and even savings on shopping and travel through Bazing. Plus, you'll have the convenience of digital banking, bill pay, debit card access, and e-statements, all designed to keep your money safe and your life simple. CNB Bank and Trust, helping to open doors since 1854. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Moving now to obituaries, which can be found at TaylorvilleDailyNews.com. and are brought to you by Sutton Memorial Home.
This is Chad Sparks.
When you lose a loved one, your choice for making final arrangements should be with the compassionate family at Sutton Memorial Homes. They know the death of a loved one is difficult. Austin and Evan at Sutton's and the entire staff have devoted themselves to loving and caring for those in their community in their time of need. You can trust Sutton Memorial Homes to assist your family in making final arrangements that will be a tribute to your loved one. Sutton Memorial Homes, caring is what they do best.
53-year-old Susanna Thomas of Taylorville died on October 7th. A graveside service will be on October 20th at 10 a.m. at Oak Hill Cemetery in Taylorville. Cremation rights have been accorded, and funeral arrangements are being handled by Schaefer, Perfetti, and Asali Funeral Home in Taylorville. 84-year-old Carl Bernard O'Rourke of Litchfield died on October 4th. A celebration of life will be made at a later date. Funeral arrangements are being handled by Donnell Wigan Funeral Home. 85-year-old Walter William Baird of Taylorville died on October 4th. Memorial service will be November 2nd at 2 p.m. at the Taylorville Moose Lodge. Funeral arrangements are being handled by Morand and Goebel Funeral Home in Decatur. 80-year-old Stephen R. or Steve Durbin of Sullivan died on October 5th. Visitation is today, October 10th, from 4 to 7 p.m. at Reed Funeral Home in Sullivan. Funeral arrangements are being handled by Reed Funeral Home in Sullivan. Get details on these and other local news stories at TaylorvilleDailyNews.com or hear them every hour on WTIM. WTIM is your only local news radio.